Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Easy Explanation. So this is the part 1 of our video tutorial series on the topic Python for Finance. In this video tutorial series we will be learning about how to use Python for financial data analysis. So what is the financial data? Financial data are the data generated by the financial institutions and organizations like bank, stock market, forex exchange, insurance companies, small and medium sized other financial organizations and institutions. Now almost all the industries are using the technology in their everyday and day-to-day task. Similarly, the banks and other financial institutions have been using technology to enhance the customer experience and to make their work very much easier. So due to their technology driven day-to-day process, these companies have been generating more data at very much higher speed daily. So these data need to be analyzed in order to derive the benefits from this data, in order to derive the insights from this data. The companies like bank and other financial institution uses this financial data analytics in order to understand their customer behavior and in order to enhance their customer experience. Banks also uses the data analytics and the machine learning and artificial intelligence in order to enhance or speed up the process of loan underwriting, etc. Similarly, the companies like insurance companies also uses the financial data analysis in order to understand the possible evidence of fraudulent in the case of insurance claims. So there has been lots of uses of the data analytics in the field of financial institution. So that is the reason why this is the perfect time to understand the concept of how to analyze the financial data and get maximum benefit out of it. So in this video tutorial we will be focusing on the use of Python, how to use the Python programming language and its libraries in order to analyze financial data. So before going into the detail about how to use Python for the financial data, I have made this video tutorial series also for the beginners who do not know Python and who do not have the knowledge of how the Python programming language works. So I'll be starting this video tutorial with the basic concept of the Python and its data structure. Then we'll be learning about the different libraries that is used for the financial for any types of data analysis like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, etc. After that, when we have knowledge about the working of all these libraries, then we'll be moving toward the financial data analysis. After that, we will be using all these libraries like Pandas, Matplotlib, and the different time series library to analyze the financial data. Okay, so let us start the video tutorial series with the discussion about the Python. So what is Python programming language and why to use Python programming language for data analysis? So there have been different definitions about the Python programming language, as you can see on the screen. So Wikipedia has defined Python programming language as a interpreted high-level general-purpose programming language. Python's design philosophy emphasizes code readability with its notable use of significant indentation. Similarly, according to python.org, Python is easy to learn, powerful programming language. It has efficient high-level data structure and a simple but effective approach to object-oriented programming. Python's elegant syntax and dynamic typing, together with interpreted nature, make it an ideal language for scripting and rapid application development in many areas on most platforms. So what we can conclude from this definition is that Python is a general purpose interpreted high level programming language. So it provides very much simpler approach to the object oriented programming concept. Python has very much high level data structure which are very much efficient. So by using the concept of the by using the Python programming language, we can write or we can develop applications of any type, whether it is desktop application or web application, rapidly. So Pythons have other advantages also, or there are the features of the Python which make it very much attractive for the beginners. For the beginner programmer, like Python have a very much elegant syntax. It uses the concept of indentation and focuses on the code readability. So unlike other programming compiler based programming language like C and Java, Python is a dynamic typed programming language. So the type is associated with the variable at the runtime. So this is the definition about the Python. Now talking about the feature of Python. So Python have so many features that has made it one of the top programming language of the recent times. So some of the features are mentioned here, like open source. Okay, so Python and its majority of supporting libraries and tools available open source and generally come with quite flexible and open licenses. So most of the libraries of Python are open source, and Python is an open source programming language on its own. So that is the reason why people are more attracted toward this programming language. Interpreter. So other feature of Python programming language is it is an interpreter based programming language. So unlike C and Java programming languages, the program do not need to be compiled in order to be executed. The code written in Python is converted into the machine executable during the execution only. Now multi-paradigm. So by using the Python programming language, you can write your code by different style and paradigm. Like you can use Python to write the function based code, as well as you can use the Python programming language to develop object oriented based code. Similarly, multi-purpose. Now Python can be used to develop very much large application as well as the small application. So Python supports very much rapid and interactive code development. It can be used for low level system operation as well as the high level analytics tasks. So you can develop very much low level software as well as the high level software as well by using the Python programming language. So cross platform capability is very much required for any of the programming language, and similarly Python is supported across all the major operating system such as Windows, Linux and Mac OS. So you can use the Python programming language to develop the web application, desktop application. It can be supported on your local system, on your computer system, as well as very much small devices such as Raspberry Pi as well. So other feature of this Python programming language is dynamically typed. Python is dynamically typed programming language. So the type associated with the variable is required during the runtime. It is not so unlike the C programming language where we need to associate the type with the data type with the variable during the compile time. It is not required in the Python programming language. So in Python programming language, the type is associated with the variable during the runtime. So another feature is indentation aware. So while in most of the programming language we use curly braces in order to group the block for the given. Suppose if you are writing the if statement or else statement, so all the statement that belongs to if and else statement are enclosed within the curly braces in C programming language, in Java programming language, or in .NET programming language. But in Python it uses the concept of indentation in order to group the block of a statement for the given condition or for the given looping statements. So and by using the indentation we can improve the code readability. So it can improve the code readability as well. Garbage collecting. So garbage collecting can be a tedious task in case of C programming language as in case of Java programming language, but Python performs very much automatic garbage collection, so it can be very much helpful for the programmer and developer. So these are some of the features of Python programming language: open source, interpreted, multi-paradigm, multi-purpose, cross-platform, dynamically typed, indentation aware, and garbage collecting. Now coming to the applications for Python. So Python is used in many applications domain. Here are some of the samples or some of the areas in which Python can be applied. So there are thousands of third-party libraries available for uses. So these libraries and packages can be used in almost all the domain, or there are the package developed or package available for almost all the domains. So some of them are web and internet development. So there are packages and software packages and libraries available for the web and internet development as well. So here we have frameworks such as Django and Pyramid. So we can use Django and Pyramid as a web framework to develop the web application. Similarly, we have a micro frameworks like Flask and Bottle, and advanced content management system like Plone and Django CMS. So these are the web frameworks available for the rapid web and internet application development. So there are some of the other libraries also available in Python, like Python in order to manipulate HTML and XML, in order to process JSON data, email processing, as well as Python provide the support for FTP, IMAP, and other internet protocols as well. So Python has also libraries dedicated to socket programming, and we can use this concept of socket programming in order to develop the various chat application as well as the other message based application or message driven applications. So similarly, there are other packages also available, something like request. So you can use request in order to process the HTTP request. Then we have a Beautiful Soup. You can use this library in order to parse the HTML content. Similarly, we have the feed parsers available for RSS and Atom feeds. Similarly, we have Paramyco for implementing the secure shell protocol. Similarly, we have a Twisted Python for asynchronous network programming. Now I'm coming to the scientific and numeric part. So as we have discussed, there are third-party libraries and packages dedicated for the web application development and internet application development. Similarly, the concept of Python or the Python programming language can also be used in the area of scientific research as well as the numeric calculations. So there are some of the packages available and completely dedicated for this domain, such as SciPy package. So SciPy is a collection of packages for mathematics, science, and engineering. We have a Pandas library for data analysis, and we have a IPython for interactive cell. So you can use this IPython in order to program in the interactive cell. Okay, so this is the uses of, or these are the libraries available for scientific and numeric Python. Similarly, Python has also been used in the fields of education. So all the beginners programming language nowadays prefer Python as their first programming language because of its elegant syntax, easy to learn, and very much pseudo code like code. And we can write very much lesser code in order to get the better result using Python programming language. Similarly, you can use Python to develop desktop based graphical user interface applications. So there are some of the libraries available such as tkinter. Then we have WXWidget, Kivy, Qt, we have PyQt or PySites. So these are the libraries available. So by using this library, you can develop the desktop based application as well. Now similarly, Python has been used in the field of software development, obviously. So Python has so many packages and software available in order to speed up the process of the software development, for testing, and for the deployment as well. Now, so Python, there is the uses of Python in the business application as well. So there are so many e-commerce system and enterprise resource planning system built using the Python programming language. So one platform that is mentioned here is Odoo platform, and there is a Triton platform. So these are the domains in which Python has been used. So you can see Python has covered almost all the domain available. So Python has been growing rapidly, and most of the new programmer has been adopting and learning Python as their first programming language. So in the next session we will be learning about the Python programming language, the available data structure, the available data types in Python programming language. Till then I will complete it here. Thank you for listening everyone. Please like, share and subscribe our channel for more updated videos. Thank you.